Well, here goes another conversion. We got an electric slash, or really a 16th scale electric slayer, because it's essentially Revo suspension layout. And we are going to throw a CXP 0.07, sadly, side exhaust engine on it. All we need are a few simple parts. Just a couple, just a few, and some 3D printing. Let's get to work. Well, okay, we went through a few revisions there, but essentially here's what we're doing. I was trying to mock up laying it down on its side, but support for the engine, because it's so close to the edge of the chassis, was going to be sketchy at best, so instead I've cut out the entire top deck of the left side battery tray of this slash, so now the engine will sit all the way down at the bottom. You can obviously see there's a space here between the gears, so it needs to be brought up just a touch, and for that we are running the 3D printer again. So basically we're going to be making the space that we need to effectively do this. That makes it really easy too. The throttle servo will be right here, so I mean linkage will be perfect. Still have the option for a brake on the front shaft here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but this shaft does poke all the way through, so that could be a very easy place to put a brake on there. But other than that, leaves a lot of room here. I was planning electronics in this pocket here, and then a fuel tank. And this is actually very, very easy going so far. All ready to go. I already got that clutch bell on there. This time the flywheel's attached, unlike my Mini T, so I shouldn't have any problems there. And yeah, we'll get this 3D printed piece finalized, and I'll come back when I've got the engine mounted. So after much debating and hemming and hawing, I've got this setup here, which rolls freely. So we're using a 34 tooth emacs pinion gear with a, I believe that's a 17 tooth clutch bell. There's the 3D printed piece I made, used some washers there just for a little more height, and just screws straight into the bottom of the chassis. It's rather wobbly, so I can like move it all the way out here and disengage completely. So what I'm doing right now is I'm printing a triangular brace back here and one to go into the clutch. That should shore it up pretty well, and then we'll figure it out from there. Basically this arrangement, this setup here, has solved my exhaust problems. Now my exhaust port here is clean, freer. I can free and clear. I can output here. It'll do a curly Q up and back underneath the body, and we'll stick the exhaust tube itself here inside the rear end, something like this. Holds itself there fairly nice, I think. So, you know, pipe goes there, exhaust comes out the back. It's pretty straightforward with a tube on one side. But since all of that is covered by the body, it should look pretty good. Doesn't matter what I do with all the tubing and piping. Debating between a aircraft fuel tank again, like the Mini T, or a leftover one that I had from when I did my Mini 8 project. Just not sure. I've definitely got the space for it. Just up in the air about it, I guess. We'll get the electronics crammed into my little bay here, See, I already routed the servo, and I'm going to mount another servo here and get the linkage figured out. And I guess the brakes too. We'll see how far we get in this video, but that's the roadmap. Well, it's hectic, but I'm at a stopping point for the day, so here's what I got so far. Throttle servo installed here, and the second steering servo spot. You can see the throttle there itself is working just fine, spring and all. The brace I actually needed to print. I can't get this door open. These triangular pieces, I've got one here, I've got another one underneath the engine. That greatly reduces the flex of the engine from the chassis. It's quite a few screws, but it works. What else? Oh, the brake actually looks like it might be feasible on the front end here. If I can just rub against that there. Basically 3D printed a small hub with a little pin that goes through there. It's actually made out of a paper clip. So yeah, that's it. I guess it will be a while until my next video because I need to get the exhaust and the fuel tank. But when I do, you can bet you'll see a video of it. Subscribe here if you want to be alerted when that video comes out, and I'll see you guys next time.